Today, I'll be recapping some Hot Toys announcements and reveals. Stick around. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DJ Links back in the building, and today I will be recapping some Hot Toys announcements and reveals that happened in the month of July. Just this week alone at Hot Toys' Summer Showcase, there was a bunch of reveals and announcements. It's insane. So I have a list of 15 that we're gonna get to, and without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first figure we're going to talk about is the Loki figure from Avengers Endgame, and when Hot Toys announced this about 3 weeks ago, it left me scratching my head. Only because the Avengers 1, the original Avengers 1 Loki figure, the figure is that much better than this one. Now this one is still badass. I think it's just a step down in the head sculpt department. This figure is going to come with the scepter, 2 different versions of the scepter, a bunch of hands, 2 daggers, the tesseract, the handcuffs, and that mouth accessory. So the next figure we're going to talk about is the 2020 Toy Fair exclusive Spider-Man 2099, the black suit version from the Spider-Man video game. And this is a figure that I'm gonna pass on only because I'm not into the Spider-Man video game figures. Like, the game was super dope. I never used this costume once in the game. This figure, the details, the suit, it looks incredible. This guy is ripped. And some of the accessories that it comes with, like the talons, the gauntlet spikes and all that other stuff, super dope. Comes with a bunch of webs. Comes with a bunch of hands, and then the base, like a dynamic base there. I will be skipping out on this figure, but this is something that if you love the Spider-Man video game, and if you're a completist and picked up some other Spider-Man video game figures, you want this in your collection. The next figure we're going to talk about is the Stan Lee figure, the Barber from Thor Ragnarok. I'm going to be completely honest, I have zero interest in this figure. I love Stan Lee like we all do, but this doesn't float my boat. This figure does come with 2 interchangeable hands, a lock of Thor's hair, and then the cool base to match Thor Ragnarok, as well as a couple of extra hands. Next on our list is the 2020 Toy Fair exclusive Whiplash from Iron Man 2. I think his name was Ivan Vanko. Whiplash from Iron Man 2. Super detailed figure. I missed out on this way back when. I don't know if I should pick this up or not. I still want to get the Whiplash Mark II in that iron suit. But the whips on this is super dope. The outfit, the likeness to Mickey Rourke, pretty badass. The whips comes with some interchangeable hands, and that base is pretty dope, replicating the racetrack in Monaco. The next figure we're going to talk about on our list of announcements and reveals from Hot Toys is the 2020 Toy Fair exclusive Mark IV, the holographic version from Iron Man 2. Now this figure looks dope. If you're an Iron Man completist and you want to complete your Hall of Armor, you want to pick this up. I will be passing on this only because I have the Avengers version, the Avengers 1 version of Iron Man, the Infinity War version of Iron Man, and I'm planning on picking up that Endgame version of Iron Man. But this figure, like I said, if you're a completionist, pick this up. It looks super dope. Comes with a bunch of accessories, comes with some hands, some gauntlet stuff, and then the base is pretty cool. This is an awesome pickup and an awesome announcement from Hot Toys. Next on the list, and I was completely floored when this was announced. This is Mysterio's Illusion Iron Man from Spider-Man Far From Home. And let's be real, people, this is Zombie Iron Man. This figure is badass, and this is a must-have for any Iron Man lover, for any Spider-Man Far From Home lover. Like, this figure is crazy. That base is super sick. I don't know if it's a light up base or that's just the way it's meant to look. This is a must have. Zombie Iron Man. Super excited to get this figure. Can't wait to pre-order it. Next on our list, and I was completely floored when this was announced this week, is Cable from Deadpool. I never thought that we would get a Cable from Deadpool. This thing looks insane. The likeness to Josh Brolin, super dope. What's insane is that the entire body is sculpted to show those cybernetic parts. This thing is nuts. Now, I don't know who's gonna display this guy bare-chested, but this thing is super dope. It's gonna come in 2 different versions, the regular version and then I guess the deluxe version. The deluxe version is gonna have his sort of shield And to be honest, I don't think it's worth spending that much on the deluxe version just for a shield. I don't know who's gonna display him with the shield as opposed to his big ass guns looking super imposing. The base also looks really, really cool, and I can't wait to add this to my collection. The next figure on our list, Wonder Woman 1984. And this is the ultimate Wonder Woman. This thing is super, super dope. Sculpted hair, round of applause for sculpted hair. Like, let's get rid of that rooted hair nonsense. She comes with some interchangeable hands. The lasso, this is also gonna be released in a regular version, and then the deluxe version is gonna come with an additional lasso accessory. This figure is a must-have. Next on our list is the mech test version of Tony Stark from Iron Man 1. I was completely shocked when I saw they were re-releasing it. So if you missed out on the mech test version 1, you definitely wanna pick this up. Tony Stark, Iron Man 1, looking super young, it's hilarious. Super detailed. It's a throwback to some of the first MCU figures that Hot Toys released. Comes with a bunch of accessories, comes with sort of that diorama set, extra hands. This thing is crazy. It's gonna come in 2 different versions, the regular version and also the special edition version that comes with an additional faceplate for his Iron Man armor, as well as the arc reactor that Pepper had given him that says proof Tony Stark has a heart. So this is a must-have. If you're an Iron Man fan, if you're an MCU fan, this is super, super dope. Next on the list is a reveal that happened at Hot Toys' Summer Showcase this past week, and it's the Black Widow figure from the Black Widow solo film that's yet to be released. There isn't any official Hot Toys promo pics for this, so this was taken from the actual showcase. And the figure, I'm gonna pass on this figure. It looks like, you know, Stormtrooper without her helmet, but kudos on the sculpted hair. The figure looks pretty cool. I'm excited for people that love Black Widow to get this figure. I'm gonna pass on it, but that doesn't mean that you should. So if you love Black Widow, pick this up. The next figure up, Taskmaster from Black Widow. I'm surprised this figure was announced, and to be honest, I would be surprised if this goes to market. We've gotten a bunch of villain announcements from Hot Toys, and those things never seem to go to market. Still waiting for Corvus Glaive, still waiting for Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. So I think this figure is gonna go the way of those figures, but fingers crossed, hopefully not. So this is Taskmaster. Looks pretty dope. Got his shield, got his sword there. Looks rather on the thin side. For some reason, I was expecting him to be more bulky. He looks rather small. Either way, I'm hoping this thing goes to market so we can all be happy that we have a Taskmaster figure in our collections. Next on the list, the classic suit Spider-Man from the Spider-Man video game. This figure is amazing. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you can have just this figure. You don't have to delve into the whole collection. You're a Spider-Man video game fan, obviously this is the pinnacle of those Spider-Man figures. This thing is super dope. Classic Spider-Man, great pose pictured here. Pick this up, man. This is the ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, it's from the video game, but he looks like he's straight out the comic book as well. Next on the list, another Spider-Man figure from the video game, the Anti-OCK Spider-Man. Immediately, this is not for me. Easy pass. The suit looks weird. Looks like he has a fanny pack on. What stands out to me is that base with the Dr. Octopus tentacles coming out. That's a brilliant move on the part of Hot Toys to kind of steer people in that are on the fence about this figure. But if you love the video game, you're gonna want to pick this up. Next on the list, Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars The Clone Wars. And I was shocked when this figure was announced, especially considering that they're not using the characterized version from the cartoon. They're using the realistic version from the prequel series. Looks pretty dope. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick this up, but this is a must for any Star Wars fans, especially fans of Clone Wars, which I heard is phenomenal. Last, but certainly not least on our list, is Anakin Skywalker and Stap from Star Wars The Clone Wars. Now, if you're a big Clone Wars fan, if you're a big Star Wars fan, this is a nice entry into your collection. There's gonna be two versions. The deluxe version, if you will, is gonna come with the poncho. The regular version, it'll come with additional cape, the interchangeable arms, the holograms, comes with the staff and some other things. The base is real similar to the other Star Wars figure, the blue lightsaber and interchangeable hands. So if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Clone Wars fan, you gotta pick this up. So that's it for the announcements that Hot Toys has made in the month of July, the announcements and the reveals. Super crazy, super excited to get my hands on a bunch of these figures. I know they were just announced this month, so we're gonna probably have to wait a year and change just to get any one of them. For me, out of all of those figures that were announced, my top 3 wants are the zombie Iron Man from Spider-Man Far From Home. Sick figure. Especially, like, I already got it in my mind, pairing him with the Mysterio from Far From Home is gonna give an awesome image on the shelf. Second is Cable from Deadpool. I wasn't expecting him to be announced, and I was even thinking about picking up the third-party version. Crazy that he was announced, so I'm super excited to get that figure. My third want is that Wonder Woman 1984. That figure from the proto pics looks superb. Love the rooted hair. I wish she came with the sword and shield, but that's the older version of Wonder Woman. I could just purchase that separately. But that figure is insane. The way those proto pics make it look, I hope whatever goes to retail, to the market, looks as good as those prototype pics. So that's gonna do it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe, hit like, hit that notification bell, share the video, tell your friends about me, tell them to subscribe as well. This is a different type of content, so I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. As always, feedback is welcome. And as always, most importantly, spread love, because it's the Brooklyn way. Peace.